of today, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to go see this movie at 6:45 this morning. Pros, there were waffles afterwards. So I saw this movie last night, and then I saw it again at 6:45 a.m. We all decided to go in our jammies, which is why I'm all dressed up in my trusty handy dandy Deadpool onesie. First time I saw this movie, my general reaction was just confusion. I had no idea how to feel about it. I kind of thought, well, maybe it's just the shell shock of too much Star Wars all at once. Second viewing though, I am absolutely certain now that that confusion that I was feeling was by design. Throughout the course of the film, all of the characters are pretty much coming to terms with, the revelation that there is more than just a wrong choice and a right choice, but ultimately the best choice, the third option. This is a movie that is asking itself as a saga. Which way do we go? How do we wrap this up? Do we wrap this up? Do we allow this franchise to be led by the names and the faces that we have known for decades? Or do we allow the new guard, the new generation, to go ahead and just forge ahead on their own, completely independent of what's come before? This is all being done with a franchise that was started all the way back in the 70s. To take something with so much mythology behind it and being able to actually go ahead and decide that you're going to do something completely new, that's commendable. However, the film sort of falters in spots just because some choices don't really pay off. In fact, some choices don't pay off at all. And that is really disappointing, especially when you have a lot of the film that is very, very successful and other parts not so much. This movie does suffer from being too short. It feels short just because there are so many moments that are just incomplete. There were conversations that needed to be carried on for even longer. There were scenes that definitely needed to be, extended just a bit more. The film does clock in at about 2.5 hours. Yeah, you could have easily added another 15 minutes and I would not have complained at all. And I think that may have been the difference between me really, really liking this movie and me loving this movie. I just know that within that theater, I laughed when I was supposed to laugh. I cried when I was supposed to cry. I said, fuck yes, when I was supposed to say fuck yes. I think that is a successful film. However, the movie never really reached the point in which I wanted it to reach. I went to go see this movie this morning with a group of friends, and we went to breakfast after, and we were just sort of like, discussing a lot of it and, sort of, being nitpicky nerds as we do. I found it really, really strange that we always, sort of ended the conversations and punctuated it with, but yeah, I really liked it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like, yeah, let me tell you all the problems that I had with it. However, do not mistake that for the fact that I really, really liked this movie. And that's pretty much how I feel about the movie. I will talk about the things that I think, could have been handled better. Maybe there was another option that they should have taken. Maybe, a certain plot point could have been wrapped up a little cleaner, a little more elegantly. However, I don't think that any of that ultimately detracted from the fun that I had in the theater, from the overall positive experience. This is a really good movie. I just wish it had actually attained greatness. Maybe it will over the course of me digesting it and actually analyzing it and me going through all the different little things that I'm sure I'm going to go through over the course of the next, 2 years until I get episode 9? Oh man, that's gonna suck. I will say this about this movie. I am absolutely insistent on seeing it at least another 2 times this weekend. I've already seen it twice in the course of 12 hours, okay? I love the movie enough to go see it multiple times. Now, not everybody is gonna be that obsessive about understanding a film that has been able to make them feel a multitude of conflicting things about it. However, if you can give me a piece of pop culture that makes me think about it beyond, just the 2.5 hours that I'm sitting there in the theater, I think you've done a great job then. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Like, comment below, subscribe, do whatever it is that you feel the need to do, and I will talk to you later. Okay, love you, bye. Oh, one more thing. Happy birthday, Hogan. You are one with the Force, and may the Force be with us.